Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to get to what really matters. And today, well, we're tackling something often whispered about, shrouded in misunderstanding, really. Menopause. For way too long, the story's been that it's an end. You know, a pause on life, on vitality.
Right.
But what if that whole view is just wrong? What if it actually holds back a powerful new beginning?
That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at Manoj Kumar Sharma's book, Me No Pause, Me Play, a menopause reimagining.
Okay.
And this really isn't just like a standard book review. It feels more like a movement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Aiming to break that silence, change how we see things.
Definitely feels that way.
And just to add some weight here, the summary that's kind of guiding our chat today was actually put together by Dr. Deepak Thakur, who's a clinical psychologist.
Oh, interesting. That adds real credibility.
It does this.
So our goal today really is to help you understand how this book completely reframes menopause.
Yeah.
Not as an end of vitality, but as, well, the start of a genuinely new chapter.
A vibrant one.
Exactly. A chapter the book argues is just overflowing with freedom, wisdom that you've earned, and maybe surprisingly, real happiness. It's got this really strong voice saying, look, the time to stop whispering about menopause isn't coming soon. It's now.
Right now.
So yeah, this deep dive is all about exploring that rebirth, that empowerment, and crucially reclaiming dignity for women in this stage of life.
It really is framed like a deliberate pushback against those old, tired narratives.
Yeah.
I mean, the title itself, Me No Pause, Me Play.
Yeah, it's catchy, but it's more than that.
Oh, much more. It's like an empowering mantra,
Yeah.
you know, designed to help women just fundamentally shift how they think about it internally.
Okay.
We're talking about moving from feeling shame to actually celebrating, from just getting through the pain to finding incredible power.
Power, yeah.
And shifting from seeing it as a pause in life
Yeah.
to seeing it as dynamic, meaningful play. The book really insists this isn't just like positive thinking. It's an achievable, empowering shift.
That's a huge mindset shift right there. But what does that play actually look like? You know, in real terms, how does it become more than just a slogan?
Well, that's where the book gets really interesting, I think. It uses this unique approach that feels very relatable.
How so?
It's not just a dry medical text.
Right.
And it's not just a bunch of rah-rah affirmations either.
Okay.
Instead, it weaves together compelling stories, actual science, and practical psychology.
Oh, so a blend.
Exactly. So, for instance, you might read stories about women who, after adopting this perspective, maybe start a whole new career in their 50s.
Right.
Or maybe they finally launched that passion project they'd put off for years, or rediscovered some artistic talent. The book connects that post-menopausal clarity and energy directly to these breakthroughs.
So it shows you what play can be.
Yes, it grounds it in real-world examples of vitality, of reinvention.
Got it. So it's grounded in lived experience. But you mentioned science too. How does it handle the physical side without just dismissing it? Because those changes are real, they can be tough.
And that's key. It absolutely doesn't dismiss them. It tackles the physical stuff head on, the hormonal shifts, the hot flashes, sleep issues, fatigue, all of it.
Right.
But the crucial difference is how it talks about them. It reframes them.
Reframes how?
Instead of presenting them as symptoms of decline or things to be embarrassed about, it explains the why, the physiology behind it.
Ah, the science bit.
Right. So it might explain, for example, how changes in estrogen specifically affect temperature regulation in the brain. That's the hot flash connection.
Makes sense.
Or how those same hormonal shifts can impact the neurotransmitters linked to sleep and mood.
And knowing the why.
Yeah.
How does that help? How does that lead to relief, like you said?
Because knowledge is power, right? When you understand, these aren't signs that you're breaking down, but natural, sometimes intense, but natural physiological adaptations.
Adaptations, not failure.
Precisely. Understanding the science can replace that vague, often scary fear with actual relief.
Yeah.
You realize, okay, this isn't some personal failing, it's a biological process, a phase.
That really does normalize it. Takes away some of the mystery and maybe the shame people feel.
Exactly. It empowers you with knowledge about your own body.
That makes a lot of sense. Knowing the why behind something definitely changes how you feel about it. But what about the emotional side? That emotional storm people talk about, the irritability, anxiety, maybe confidence taking a hit, that's very real for many.
Oh, yes. And the book absolutely validates those feelings.
Yeah.
It doesn't sugarcoat it.
Good.
It acknowledges them not as signs of weakness, but as understandable responses to pretty profound hormonal changes and life shifts.
Okay.
It even suggests that sometimes those intense feelings can point towards things that need attention, maybe guiding growth if you listen to them. It might explain, say, how lower progesterone can sometimes increase anxiety levels.
Right.
Or how grappling with societal ideas about aging can temporarily dent confidence. But crucially, it doesn't just leave you there. It pivots to practical wisdom.
So validate the feeling, then offer a way through.
Spot on. It offers concrete, actionable things you can do.
Like what?
We're talking about a real focus on things like a healthy diet, maybe anti-inflammatory foods that support hormonal balance, staying hydrated, simple, but important, and incorporating mindful movement, like yoga, and the grounding effects of meditation.
Practical stuff.
Exactly. Not promising miracle cures, but showing how these consistent lifestyle choices can genuinely make a big positive difference to mood, energy, just overall mental well-being. It might even suggest specific yoga poses or meditation techniques for specific issues, backed up by examples of women who found them helpful.
That sounds really holistic and empowering. Beyond just the individual experience, though, you mentioned the book tackles something bigger, the cultural silence that feels huge. How does it challenge that taboo?
This is where the book gets really forceful, I think. It argues that the silence isn't just awkward, it actively causes suffering.
How so?
Well, think about it. A woman having severe hot flashes at work, but feeling she has to hide it, maybe worried about being seen as less capable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or maybe a couple struggling because mood swings aren't understood or even discussed openly at home. The book shows how this silence plays out. Misdiagnoses, maybe workplace issues, strained relationships, lack of support systems.
It really highlights the cost of not talking about it.
A huge cost. The book lays it bare.
And does it just point out the problem, or does it demand change?
Oh, it demands change, absolutely. It's a clear call for society, all of us, really to treat menopause with the dignity and normalcy it deserves.
Dignity, that's a powerful word here.
It is. It advocates for openness at home, for supportive environments at work, for better education in communities. It's about dismantling the stigma, giving women the language and the permission to talk about what they're going through.
So creating a culture where it's understood, supported, maybe even celebrated.
Yes, rather than just endured silently.
That really does sound like a call for a societal shift, much bigger than just personal coping strategies. Which brings us to maybe the most transformative idea in the book. Seeing menopause not as an ending, but as a genuine rebirth.
It's a beautiful framing, isn't it? Optimistic, but also grounded.
How does it flesh out that idea of rebirth? What opportunities does it point to?
It encourages you to see this time as this incredible chance for, well, personal recalibration. A time to maybe rediscover passions you put on the back burner years ago because of work or family.
Like picking up painting again or something.
Exactly. Or exploring spirituality more deeply, finding a sense of purpose beyond those traditional roles. And this is key, stepping confidently into leadership.
Leadership. How does that fit in?
The book positions the wisdom, the self-awareness gained through navigating menopause as a unique strength, a real asset. It suggests this is actually an optimal time for significant personal growth and making valuable contributions to society.
Interesting. So the experience itself builds strength.
Precisely. It shares stories of women finding new voices, becoming mentors, leading projects with a kind of clarity and empathy maybe they didn't have before.
So it's about harnessing all that life experience, not seeing it fade away. This whole discussion around me, no pause, me play. Wow, it really hammers home that message. Menopause as a time of huge transformation, real empowerment, and finding new freedom.
Absolutely.
Feels like such an important call to action, recognizing how vital this book is in breaking that long silence and reclaiming dignity.
It really is. Manoj Kumar Sharma's work leaves you with this undeniable feeling that, the silence truly is the biggest barrier.
Yeah.
The biggest obstacle to fully embracing this really significant life stage.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, doesn't it, about our own role, your role in creating that environment of openness and understanding at home, at work, in the community.
What conversations can we start? What assumptions can we challenge?
Exactly. The book kind of leaves you feeling that the play, the most rewarding part, might just be starting.